Good afternoon, Facebook. It's a wonderful day out here. It's good to be living in the land of the living. So I'm mighty grateful just to be living. We want to talk about murders in Chicago that go unsolved. I'm going to spit out some facts because for some reason, some people, they repeat everything that they see. What's going on? Everything they see. Don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. If the news tell you the world gonna end tomorrow, that's what it is. If the police tell you blame the community, that's what it is. Have you ever thought about using your own mindset, using your own reason to think things out? Or do you not think independent of what people tell you or the narrative that they try to spin on you? So come on in, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is a good conversation we need to have. And we want to shut down these racist folks telling us what our lying eyes don't see, or our mind, our twisted mind don't see. One thing I can say about black people here in Chicago, we may not know how to go about doing certain things or get things turned around, but what we do know, we know when something is not right. And I'm one of those people, I know when something is not right, and you should know it too. So I'm waiting on a few more people to come on in so I can get the show on the road so we can talk. We have a lot of grieving parents out here today, people. A lot of grieving parents out here. I put up a post, and if you know anybody that got murdered in Chicago, killed in Chicago, and the murder went unsolved, and it was so many people all the way dated back to the 80s, unsolved. Is it because we're black, or is it because the neighborhood is not telling? Is it because the police not doing their work? Is it because of the state's attorney? Is it because of the mayor? Or is it because the very people? What's going on, people? What's up, Don? I see you, Don. There's another person, Don Williams. His son got killed. Lil Dion got killed. And trust me, it wasn't handled right at all. At all. At all. So, somebody say, why wasn't you over there yesterday? It's only one of me. Just one me. Just one me. I can't be everywhere. I would love to be everywhere. Let me just say this about the murders. And mothers, brothers, sisters, fathers, parents, uncle, grandma, you're probably not going to like what I'm going to say. But I can put my life on the line. A lot of our crimes, people that look like you and I, in these communities in Chicago, our murders will go unsolved. Number one is because if they know we have a criminal background, they feel like it's a waste of taxpayers' money to investigate your son or your daughter murder. I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you. The proof, listen, it's just like a person call you the N-word. Now, you may not call me the N-word, but you treat me like one. You may not come out in public and say, hey, I'm not pursuing anybody that get murdered in the city of Chicago that got a criminal background. We're not going to do a thorough investigation. You don't have to come out public and say it. Your actions. People, use your logic. When people tell you they love you, but they showing you something different. So people act out the way they believe. So if you say, animal, go drink some water, that animal thinking water. If you see an animal bite somebody, that animal thinking, I must bite. I'm telling you, people, that's how life works. When you see a person go lay down, that's what his mind is telling him to go lay down. When you see a person argue back and forth with another person, their minds are telling them to argue back. You act out the way you feel. That goes for human and for animals and insects. I'm telling you the truth, people. And it's a blame game that's going on here in the city of Chicago. Now, law enforcement say that you black people, they don't say you black people, they say you people, you never call in. That's what the white racists going to get on here watch and say. You don't call in what you see. Now, I'm going to debunk that theory. How do you know some of the crimes that take place that the spot shotter don't detect, shootings and murders don't detect? It's the people that call in 911. There's a dead body over here on 63rd and Cottage Grove. There's a dead body over here on 64th and Halsted. There's a body over here on 66th and Damon. It's the people that call. So you can't tell me the community is not talking. Just cut on your scanner. People are calling. Now, what do you want the people to do? You want the people to go out there and solve the murder while you get your paycheck and they take a risk of losing their lives, what you signed up for? It's a lot of people just this year got murdered. And you know what? When you call the investigative detectives, oh, he's on vacation. He's not in right now. He's in a meeting. He'll return your call. I'll leave a message. That's what you hear, people. Listen, parents. Every citizen in the city of Chicago or state of Illinois deserve a right for their murder to be solved. The same energy that you talk about us when one of us killed and when the police kill us, we tap the city. So I'm reversing that. The same energy, Mr. Officers, that you use when one of yours get killed, we want you to use that same energy. We want you, Mr. Officer, with that same energy that you use to find the killer of one of yours, that killed one of yours. We want you to use that on the citizen. So the same energy that we raise mayhem about when you kill one of us, and we go out here and protest and loot and tap the place. But we want you to have that same energy too when it comes to one of us, when one of us is found dead and shot dead with the investigation skills. You send the best out, the best investigators out to solve a police crime if someone kills a police. And we know, we've just seen it too soon. We've seen that sister get killed. And God bless her and the family. My condolences go out to her and her family. And that murder was solved just like that. We've seen three police officers get shot at on Expressway. And guess what? They apprehended the man just like that the same day. We've seen it. We've seen out there when that white or Hispanic lady got shot with people covered up in masks, shot and killed that lady out there in Hedwig. And that crime was solved matter of days, not weeks. It was solved. So I'm speaking for the voiceless. I'm speaking for people that don't have a platform, that's in bereavement right now as we speak. They're wondering, what happened to my child? What happened to my son? What happened to my daughter? What happened to my auntie? What happened to my mother? What happened to my father? What happened to my uncle? Do police get to play God? Do they get to play judge, juror, and executioner on the streets? Do they get to play that? Are they the standard of moral behavior? I don't think so. We have not, blacks in here in America, have not experimented on any race in Chicago or in the United States. We have not conquered nobody and make them think the way we think or make them believe the way we believe. We have not. All we ever have done is try to get along in this country and do what's right by our families. But they don't want us to eat. Even in death, when we get gunned down unjustifiably by an officer, they make excuse and they demonize us in death. Ain't that something? People, I'm just telling the truth. This is a painful conversation, but it's very necessary to have. And all of us of different ethnicities or different races, we pillow talk. Did you see the black people? Did you see the white people? Did you see the Hispanic people? We talk among ourselves. May not in the public, but I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. And for my black brothers and sisters that have a lot of hate in your heart against people that look just like you, shame on you. Shame on you. Holding all that bitterness and hostility. But I'm so glad that my love transcends and it overrides the hate that you have for me. I'm a servant. Christ said, let the greatest among you, let him be the servant of all. A servant, he served without a charge. There's not one parent that I ever helped can say that I charged them. Not one parent or asked them to give me some money. Not one. So I'm all about serving my community. That's what I'm about. Things that you see me do and things that you don't see me do, just know that I do it out of a kind heart, and they're free. Just think about it, people. Just the other day, what I witnessed with a police misconduct on that young man. That young brother probably wasn't innocent. Some of us that's on this live right now is not innocent. It's guilty as all outdoors. We're guilty. But God spared us. He gave us a chance. Many chances after chances. I like the way some black people, and I'm gonna say I don't appreciate where some of us, we get on here, we get to agreeing with the white people, telling us how we should handle our situation, and when they're not making it better. See, you got some white people that come on my tread. They're not gonna hang a black person. They're not gonna shoot a black person because they know that's wrong, but they'll mistreat you. They won't hire you. They don't want to live next door to you. They won't rent an apartment to you. They won't invite you over for dinner. Not all of them, but majority of them will. And trust me, I don't care how much education you have, what is your life status, whether you be middle class, upper class, rich, wealthy, whatever you call yourself, a Christian, a saint, a Muslim, at the end of the day, you still B-L-A-C-K. Trust me. You cannot legislate people's hearts into liking you. You can't do it, people. But I always say, you don't have to like the crime chaser, but just respect the crime chaser. And I'll give you respect just the same. We don't have to go eat dinner. We don't have to go out to a nightclub or to a picnic together. We don't have to sit at a ballpark and watch a game. But when we meet on mutual ground, we must respect each other at all times. See, it's one thing a lot of us, and let me talk about the community. The community, we want a relationship with the police. This is from my observation, people. I'm going to just say this. This is from my observation. What's going on here? What up, now? What up, baby? I'm on live, y'all. Hold up. Listen. From my observation, people, police don't want peace with the community, the black community. Now, I thank God for CAPS, for policing, community policing. And I respect CAPS in a lot of ways. But most of the CAPS in our community, officers, are black. You rarely see white CAPS officers attending basketball games, these community events we have in the community and everything. You rarely see it. I got to tell the truth. See, do we expect a person that don't respect black people to patrol our community and treat us fairly? Do we expect that? People, we are at the mercy of other people. They tell us what we see. They tell us where to live. Well, Martin, you get a little bit off now. People, when you get shot in the city of Chicago and you go into an emergency room, you at the mercy of white people. They can decide whether to treat you or not treat you. When you get shot in the street of Chicago, the ambulance, you at the mercy of the ambulance man to treat you fairly. This is real, people. You wonder why a crime chase. One thing I learned about here in Chicago, when you put the light on something, you make people do the right thing. But guess what? If the light wasn't on them, they probably wouldn't do the right thing. They'll let you bleed out. So it's important to record. It's important to document. And we know once we stand in front of the judge, who are they going to believe? Are they going to believe the everyday citizen? Or are they going to believe law enforcement, who they put in place? This is real talk. Mama, daddy, father, uncle, sister, niece. My heart goes out to all of you that have lost a loved one here in the city of Chicago. And not only that, my heart goes out again because you have no answers and it's not solved. My heart goes out to you. I hate to see us slaughter one another for over small, petty beefs. I hate it with a passion. But I know that's how life is. People are going to kill each other. White people kill white people. Spanish people kill Spanish people. Asian people kill Asian people. Black people kill black people. And I know this. Have you ever noticed here in Chicago, we have to fight as being African American, black, melanated, whatever you want to call yourself. We have to fight for everything. We have to fight for police accountability. We have to fight for fair bail reform. We have to fight and keep it. Many years we have been locked up in the city of Chicago falsely for not committing a crime. But we're afraid of sitting in the county. We plea bargain, we cop out on a crime that we didn't even do. People, it have happened. And it's still happening right now today because of racist prosecutors, because of racist judges, racist police officers lying on us. A lot of us know stories of each other. We have went to jail falsely. But some of you don't want to hear it until it happens to you. You want law enforcement to throw away the key on all criminals. But when it comes to your son and your daughter, you want the judge and the prosecuting attorney and the police to have mercy on your daughter, on your sons. I remember back in the 90s and the early 2000s, before Kim Foxx got in, the Cook County Jail was overcrowded with small, non-violent, mostly small, non-violent offenses. Why would we want to crowd the jail with a lot of petty crimes? Why? Because it's a money thing. Each prisoner receives money from the government. It's a money thing. If the jails are not full, trust me, these vendors cannot make no money because the jail buys t-shirts, socks, underwear, food, magazines, books from vendors, from certain vendors, contractors. And a lot of contractors are mad because they're not selling a lot. Crime is big business. Big business. People, we are being played. Wake up. Look at the whole picture. Don't just look at black on black violence or black on black crime. Who is profited from crime? Follow the money. They tell us as black people, crime doesn't pay. They are correct. It doesn't pay for us, but it pays for them. They are benefiting off crime off the backs of black people. And I'm mad. Do I believe these murderers should be locked up? Yes. Do I believe these carjackers should be locked up? Yes. Do I believe these people that abuse people and prostituting women and all that should be locked up? Yes, I believe that. But I believe they should have the proper evidence. You just can't accuse nobody, but you have to prove that they have done what you say they have done. That's how it works. It's a new day now, how they handle cases. And the police are getting frustrated, and they should. But the police have to bring the right amount of evidence into the prosecuting attorney, district attorney, to charge the person. Because do you know, if a police charge a person for murder, and if they don't have all the evidence and they go through trial and they get off, that person is it. He can say he done it, and there's nothing that we can do, law enforcement can do, or our government can do. They can't charge you twice for the same crime. We have to pay attention, people, what I'm saying. You may not like the messenger, but listen to the messenger, people. I have shown the light and showed you over and over what goes on in Chicago. Legal health firms have put up so many people that have been slaughtered, murdered in the city of Chicago. And majority of those who put up, majority, not all, they go unsolved, people. This is the truth, people. I want you to see the whole picture. It's not just about locking everybody up. It's not about that. Some of you that's listening to my live right now, that will listen to later on, you deserve to be locked up. But you out here. You out here talking and walking around. The crime that you committed is probably somebody else out here serving time for the crime that you have committed. It's all about money, people. Wake up. Wake up, people. I'm not anti-police. Not at all. I call the police. I call them. I put the spotlight on police when they are wrong. I put the spotlight on us when we are wrong. It's going to take us to save us. We are our own solution, people. When are we going to start falling in love with ourselves again? When are we going to start falling in love with ourselves? We just hate each other for without a cause. Without a cause. Here's a man that ride around, record crime, monitoring police behavior. Just think about if I wasn't on some of those crime scenes recording. You'll probably be dead. Your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew. Just think. If I wasn't on some of those crime scenes, you probably had your teeth knocked out of your mouth. You probably missing an eye. Just never know. You probably would have gotten tased. People, we have to force law enforcement to treat us fairly. We, each and every last one of us, if we're a criminal or not, we deserve our day in court. The Chicago police officers do not have the right to be judge, juror, or executioner. Yes, they have power and authority to use deadly force when need to. Not because you call a police officer a pig, or you call them a bitch, or a punk, you know what, or a racial slur. That doesn't give them a right to use force at all. This is law, people. That's what you call freedom of speech. Thank y'all so much. I could say a whole lot more. A whole lot more. Go on my post and see all those unsolved crimes dating back to the 80s. And we are in 2021. And most of those detectives that worked on those cases, they are retired now. Probably somewhere in Florida, probably somewhere in the Virgin Islands vacationing. And it's a cold case just sitting on a shelf. Nobody picking it up. How about if we do police reform in investigators? We need more investigators to investigate these murders that's being taken place in the city of Chicago. How about that? We can't lock everybody up. We already got a generation of black men in the prison system right now. Right now. What are women going to do? Go get them another woman? Then what is that going to do to our race? Two women cannot have a baby. We need to keep our race flowing. So I thank God for every successful person that believe that they have accomplished the American dream. But what about your brother and sister? Oh yeah, they'll find them criminals on the north side and downtown. You go over University of Chicago and kill one of them white students, they're going to find you. Trust me, they are going to find you. Go downtown and shoot and kill one of them tourists, they are going to find you. They're going to put the top investigator on that case. They're going to find you. You hurt an officer, they're going to find you. Somebody said if we don't participate in locking black people up, they will let us die. You're going to die anyway. You're going to die anyway. You and none of us here to stay. You're going to die anyway. Somebody said it's the new purge. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. I just thought I'd throw some at you. And listen, people, Do I get it right? I don't get it right all the time. Am I perfect? No, but I got perfect love for my brother and my sister to tell you the truth. A real friend will tell you the truth. And watch the racists get on this live feed and make excuses. Because, see, the racists want everything to stay the same. White people on top and black people on the bottom. That's what they want. They don't want you to be equal with you. They're not as loving as we are. I know it's painful. I know it's painful, but it has to be said. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. And to the racist people that's on this live feed, trust me, y'all will fall from grace one day. Every kingdom that ruled, trust me, it failed. And y'all falling right now. Trust me.